football. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Baker Mayfield and the Toronto Huskies.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Toronto Huskies and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. It will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
It was so interesting in the run-up to the draft to talk with different scouts. I got one to tell me that in his notes he wrote down, Mayfield, brash, happy-go-lucky, plays the same way, barely restrained improv act that frustrates opponents and sometimes his own coaches, but produces plenty of highlights. What do you think of that?
Mayfield on first down. That's out to Chubb, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 19 carries, 87 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Toronto.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 30.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Austin Hooper. A 5-yard pickup on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Mayfield with it once more. That's complete. Hooper. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Chubb, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be complete to Dillon. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll bring up a second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That'll be complete to the running back, A.J. Dillon. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And fights through 1 man. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. When you talk about catching a defense off guard, they were not expecting jet sweep at all there.
Well, he was 10 yards downfield before the defense even knew what hit him, so a really good play call.
against a defense that was set up for them to gain big yardage. And how about how they executed the handoff there? That means they spent some time with the wide receivers taking handoffs from the quarterbacks.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, Dillon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This one caught by Davis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 12-yard
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
John Johnson on the coverage.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and...
They'll look to run with Dillon. And he'll get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10. At their own.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
7 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a Green Bay Packer. First and 10 at the 30.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Dillon. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This will be fielded at the 17. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there on the first down play. 2nd and 10.
On the play, 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
To throw, Mayfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 15.
From the gun, Rodgers. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're batting at the line and intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. To have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down at the 25-yard line.
Throwing. Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by
seconds to go in the half. Here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 27-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Texans who are out in front. Kendrick Bourne, a touchdown reception.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
So here are the Packers now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Steelers, and they lead this one as well as they start here 1st and 10. Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rodgers got a man. It's Tanyan, complete.
Rodgers pass.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Dillon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now Rodgers. Tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over in the last possession. Is that what he had, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Toronto, 1st down.
1st down, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will take it in for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And his kick is right through. A drive there of just 4 plays.
24. Huskies, 14.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Rodgers to throw once more. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
That's another Packers first down.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and goal. Again, it'll be Dillon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Brought down.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
On the play. Brings up third and goal.
Rodgers now on third and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Rodgers.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced to dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
A first down throw from Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield this time gets it off to Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play, because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Mayfield's pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost up.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. That's sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards there and a first down.
Green Bay Packer. First and 10 at the
shotgun now for Rodgers. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Robert Tanyan.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
5-yard line.
This is Dillon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. This throw's going to be incomplete. The Packers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And getting this just shy in midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Grady Williams picks it off. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A gain of 11.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
A gain of
12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Brings up second.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
First and goal.
Going to the air again with Mayfield.
I think that's...
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mayfield.
Nick Chubb. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line. A
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Dillon. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. 3 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. A battle for it here, and this will be caught.
Mayfield's
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Toronto, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get...
SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Chargers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in Metropolitan Los Angeles. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chargers take over first.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably took...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
The quarterback sack.
That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Return team.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, McCullough. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brings up
the numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy the defenses had better focus on. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Throwing on 1st down. McCullough under pressure, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. McCullough, wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
From the gun, McCullough. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 it puts you on the path, a significant number.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Raider first down.
Operating from the gun. McCullough rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A loss of 6 yards.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen. It'll bring up fourth down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Chargers.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Complete to Kelly. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. Over the middle, complete. It's Davidson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. They'll have a first down pass. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
No, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting...
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the gun, McCullough. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
McCullough's pass.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCullough. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 11. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, Rutledge. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Rutledge. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Number 5, the ball carrier. He was brought
and that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, McCullough. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
It comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The football going back to the Rams now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
25 yards there on the catch and run. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Incomplete.
From the shotgun, it's Palmer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Palmer.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Palmer. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and
out of the gun. Palmer. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Raiders 10. Chargers 3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
On first down, McCullough firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 34-yard line.
On second down now, Rutledge. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Raider first down.
Operating from the gun, McCullough throwing the out route and complete. It's Harvey. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up second and 4 at the 40.
Looking to throw on second down. McCullough. Now he'll pull it down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And it's third down.
On third down, Rutledge. And he's got room. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, McCullough. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on third and long. McCullough buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. Now Palmer on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer finding his safety valve here. That's complete. I'll give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Palmer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. We have hit, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Chargers 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Caught up, and this is recovered by the Chargers.
The quarterback on the keeper.
Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
operating from the gun. Palmer over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Palmer's pass.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because
the Raiders swarm in and block it. Now it's picked up near midfield, and they'll wind up taking over a possession of the football in plus territory at the 45. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
it's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you. No however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Off the play fake. McCullough. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
McCullough's pass.
A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
From the gun. McCullough firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. McCullough. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
16. Chargers.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing now. Palmer on 1st down. That's caught by Kelly. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard.
On 2nd down. It's Davidson. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carried by number 42. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and...
They'll keep it on the ground. Davidson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good.
A 10-yard pickup, but it's enough for a Charger first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Palmer. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
13 more yards.
That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Davidson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. From the red zone now, here's Palmer on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Palmer. That's complete, right around the 8. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A pickup of 2. Brings up.
Here's Palmer. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 4 yards out. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
16.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
He's brought down.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
He's up 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and
from the gun on 3rd down. McCollum. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Receiving team. What's the deal, y'all?
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
behind the line of scrimmage.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Palmer. His throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On third down, Palmer. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Palmer's pass.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. From the gun, McCullough. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
At the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up
operating from the gun. McCullough, he'll buy some time right. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Palmer. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Number 42. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Palmer. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen? Kelly stripped. The ball is free, and the Raiders have recovered.
Palmer's pass complete.
On is the Chargers punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
And he fires one incomplete. The Raiders on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On 1st and 10, McCullough. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. McCullough going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
From the gun, McCollum got his man complete over the middle. That's Harvey. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Rutledge, he will push his way down to about the 14. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Rutledge. Now he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Las Vegas, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.